Good Shabbos, everyone. Good to see everyone here.
Good Shabbos.
We have a very special Shabbat tonight. We have our friends from Can Care that are here. We always enjoy having them here, and we look forward to learning from them later on in our service. It's wonderful to be here with Kenner Goldman as we begin our service, Hine Matov. Ask everyone to please rise as we recite the blessing for the candles for Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu shel Shabbat.
And you may be seated. And I invite you now to open up your prayer books. We turn to page 5, and we continue now with Shalom Aleichem. Let's turn to page now 13. Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Shir Adonai, Shir Hadash.
Shir Adonai, Shir Hadash. Shir Adonai kol haaretz. Shir Adonai b'chol shemo. Asru miyom leyom yeshuato. Shir Adonai, Shir Hadash. Shir Adonai kol haaretz. Shir Adonai b'chol shemo. Asru miyom leyom yeshuato. Sapru v'goyim kevodo. B'chol ha'amim nifloto.
continue now on the next page, page 14, Yismechu Hashamayim V'tagel Haaretz. Now let's continue in our service as we welcome the Sabbath bride with the words of L'cha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabala, page 23.
Shabbat bride.
Now we welcome the Sabbath bride. Please take a few moments to welcome each other.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. I invite all those who are currently in mourning or observing a yard site to please remain standing for the mourner's Kaddish, Kaddish Yatom. Continue page 30, Kaddish Yatom. Please join. Yit Kadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divra kirte v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agala uv'isman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah mivarach le'olam u'lalmei olamaya. Yit barach v'yish tabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh. V'yit hadar v'yit ale v'yit halal shemei dekudesha berechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'asei shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. This time I invite all those who are able to please rise for the Baruch Hu, the call to worship, page 39. Seated. With timeless love, you have loved your people, the house of Israel. You have taught us Torah and mitzvot, statutes and laws. Therefore, Adonai, our God, as we lie down and as we rise up, we shall speak of your laws, rejoicing in the words of your Torah and in your mitzvot forever and ever. Ahavat Olam, page 40.
כי הם חיי Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך.
And we'll continue silently with the paragraphs on page 42.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, and working wonders? Michamocha, page 44. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Restore us with your good counsel and save us for the sake of your name. Shield us. Hashkivenu, the top of page 45.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. השכיבנו אדוני אלוהינו לשלום וחמידנו מלכנו לחיים ושמור צאתנו ובואנו לחיים ושלום מעתה ועד עולם. Sometimes I lay under the moon and I thank God I'm breathing. And then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I'm here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. And so when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around. 'Cause all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war and our children will play. One day, one day, one day, oh, one day, one day, one day. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom v'hamidenu malkeinu lechaim. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורץ סוכת שלום עלינו, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים.
And now let's turn to page 46 at the top of the page, Vishamru V'nei Yisrael.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות תמרית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות תמרית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות תמרית עולם. כי ששת ימים, כי ששת ימים, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות תמרית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורות תמרית עולם.
Please rise in the middle of page 46.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה,
אמן.
לעלמא דברה קירותי וימלך מלכותי, בחייכון וביום אחד ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עמיה יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשא בריחו לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן מעלמא ואמרו אמן.
And now you continue silently with our silent prayer, page 47 through page 52. God grant abundant and lasting peace to your people Israel and all who dwell on earth. Shalom Rav, page 51.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam V'Shalom Rav Kol Yoshvei Tevel Tasim Leolam Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Shalom Rav Kol Yoshvei Tevel Tasim Leolam Ki Aton Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Ki Aton Melech Adon Lechol HaShalom Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha
Now we go for prayers of peace to prayer of healing. As we think of all those who are ill at this time, those who need a refuah shlema, more healing and more peace soon, as the cantor now leads us in the Misha Barak prayer. Let us be seated now as we continue with the Kaddish Shalem, page 54.
בעלמדי ורקירותי וימליך ומלכותי בחיי חון וימחון ובחיי לכל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב ויאמרו אמן יהי שמי רבא מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עמיה יתברך וישתבח יתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קודשה בריחו לאלה מכל בחצה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירון מעלמה ואמרו אמן תתקבץ לא תהון ובאות נכו ישראל קודם אבוני ושמיה ואמרו אמן יהי שלום הרבה מן שמיה וחיים על הנביא כל ישראל ואמרו אמן עושה שלום במרומיו הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל
Shabbat Shalom. I believe this is our 13th or 14th Can Care Shabbats. Michael probably knows best. We'll say maybe 14 years or so. So I want to offer gratitude to those that have helped with the Can Care Shabbat over these many years, to Michael Wiesenthal, Leah Katz, Dennis Sheps, everyone else who's been involved for your dedication and your deep commitment to this sacred and important work. And of course to Rabbi Steve Morgan, who's not here tonight, but who is the one who brought Can Care Shabbat all of those years ago. So I'm so glad that we're continuing to share Can Care's important message here at Beth Yeshurun. Can Care is built on a simple but powerful truth that no one should have to face cancer alone. Through trained volunteers, cancer survivors, and caregivers, Can Care offers one-on-one support, compassion, understanding, and hope to those living with cancer and to the people who love and care for them. It's the kind of work that reminds us what community is meant to be, showing up for one another in moments of fear, of uncertainty, and need. So tonight we are grateful to lift up this holy work here at Beth Yeshurun. It's now my pleasure to introduce Beatrice Arbuckle, Can Care's client and volunteer relations specialist, who will introduce our guest speaker. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Beth Yeshurun has partnered with Can Care for over 20 years, and we would like to thank you all for your support to our mission during National Cancer Survivorship Month. This evening, I have the pleasure of introducing an amazing Can Care volunteer who has made such a profound impact on our organization. Ken Tubman joined Can Care in 2024 to honor his wife's legacy. He began by supporting fellow caregivers of severely ill spouses facing cancer. Helping dozens of other caregivers through some of life's hardest moments and building lasting connections along the way drew him in into CanCare's mission, leading him to committee involvement and ultimately to the CanCare Board of Directors. Ken finds that men differentially have difficult struggles when a spouse is ill or lost. He finds it tremendously rewarding to help others in their time of need. He has learned very much through listening and absorbing the varied journeys of many others. Please help me welcome Mr. Ken Tubman.
Well, Beatrice just gave my talk, so I'm done. So in the lobby beforehand, Micah asked me what got me here, what led me to CanCare. And I said, well, how far back do you want to go? And I got this look. So I just told him how I ended up at this particular talk, but now I get the podium, so you're kind of stuck here in the whole thing. If I go back, really, I would say it started in 1974 in Tel Aviv. I was a freshman at Tel Aviv University. Pretty unusual for a freshman to be studying overseas, but okay, that was me. Turns out there was another freshman downstairs, and she was from Philadelphia. And it didn't take long before she decided what our life was going to be like. The part she didn't get was I dragged her around the country away from family, but I watched her in many different cities build community, help people, mentor people. And then fast forward late 2017, she got diagnosed with breast cancer. So this is nothing to sneeze at, I get it. And I don't mean to minimize it, but a little bit of surgery, a little bit of radiation. Things were okay physically, but mentally she was very impacted. She was petrified it was going to come back. Fast forward again, early 2022, started having trouble eating. She got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So I don't know if you know the statistics, but pancreatic cancer is like another league from what she had before. So she was, I would say, a role model in how to die. One time we were waiting at MD Anderson for an appointment, and which we did like multiple times a week for a long time. And there was a woman across the aisle who started crying, and Ellen went over to comfort her. I'm thinking, wow, you have a terminal diagnosis, and you're over there helping others. Well, then during that period, I went to lunch with a friend one time. He had lost his wife to breast cancer. I think it was about 6 years before that. So we were just talking about what's going on. I kind of knew what was coming up. I had pressed the doctors for the real answer. So, and you know, there's Dr. Google, so I knew what the statistics were in pancreatic cancer. And so I was talking to him about it, and he just looked at me and said, Ken, it's going to be horrible. And so we started talking about what was coming and then eventually what happened. It was actually pretty helpful for me. And then eventually she died, and I started preparing for a memorial, had it at the house, and at the house, some woman came up and she said, look, you've never met me. You just have to know that when I was having my daughter, your wife was so helpful. Before, during, after, I had to come honor her. And I had a number of neighbors tell me how she had been mentoring them through their own breast cancer or whatever. Some of this was while she had the pancreatic cancer. So the memorial, it also, of course, I'm looking through old pictures, and a number of people were asking about giving donations. So I set up a fund at MD Anderson, and Ellen she was so good at connecting. She had friends from elementary school she still stayed in touch with. And one of them called me every day for months. Another was reaching out very regularly. It was really very helpful. One of Ellen's target events to do was actually the wedding of a son of one of those friends. So we went, and there I met another woman who had lost her husband at that point, I think 7 or 8 years before. Yeah, I think it was about 8 years. And so we talked a bit about it, and then, so after Ellen died, that woman sent me a tremendous note about what I'd be experiencing, what would be going on. My friend Ron and I continued to talk. I mean, one time, something really crystallized. I don't know if you're aware of this, but when you lose a spouse, especially a long-term spouse, as it turns out, or a child, you go through months of brain fog. Can't focus, can't think, can't concentrate. I didn't really know what was going on, but I was going to go back to a sporting activity which has some risk involved. I race cars. And so I was talking to my friend about it. He goes, yeah, don't do that. He rides motorcycles, and he said, my first event, my first time riding after his wife died, he almost had 2 incidents. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I won't do that. So it was just so helpful, and it crystallized these thoughts. One of those friends from elementary school, I was talking to her one time, and she said, well, you know, it's harder for a man than it is for a woman. And I can't tell you why, but boy, that annoyed me. It really, really made me mad. So I was complaining to another one of Ellen's friends, and she just looked at me and said, you're a scientist, do your research. So I did. And so it turns out that a man's chance of death after losing a spouse within a year goes up 50%. In the first 3 months, chance of a death from a heart problem goes up 100%. Man, I wasn't just wrong, I was really wrong. That made me even more mad. I was so mad I sent those papers I found to my kids. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. They took it as a cry for help. I was just upset. But anyway, that was it, right? And then another person I had reached out to, I hadn't talked to, was a woman from Israel I hadn't talked to probably for 50 years. And I was going through pictures. I found a picture just out of the blue. I sent it. Turns out she was CEO of a charity. I sent it to that. So we did a Zoom call. We started talking. And we're just talking about this situation. And couple that with Ellen's first birthday afterwards coming up. And a friend had said, what are you going to do for the birthday? It might be a tough day. And I'm like, huh. And then my other friend goes, well, what are you going to do to honor her spirit? You're giving money, so what? How's it going to help people if the guy writes another research paper? What are you going to do to honor your spirit? So I started thinking about all the people who had said she'd helped her, about her helping that woman. I'm like, okay, onto the internet. I'm Googling, I'm poking around, and it turns out I find this place called CanCare, which has an office literally 5 minutes from my house. So I drove over, and there was Beatrice. Now, of course, thinking about it, who goes to an office like that, thinking what was I expecting to find? You know, also, now in my mind, I was in the corporate world, so if I wanted to be on a charity board, I just kind of said I'd like to be on the board. And so I expressed that, and CanCare goes, yeah, not really, we don't do that. And I'm like, huh, you know, that's kind of a good answer. They said, well, you can start by volunteering. Okay, that's good, I'll do that. Well, you can't volunteer for 6 months. Yeah, that's a good idea too. So I started to get a feeling for, okay, these people know what they're doing. So eventually I started volunteering, took the training, and you know, my friend Ron and I talk about, he calls it the club you never want to be in. As you go through, you lose a spouse, whatever, people say awfully dumb things trying to help. And it's just differential. For me, it was differential talking to Ron, talking to Lindsay, talking to these people who'd been in the same situation. And so that's the thought, to try to do that for others. And one guy I was hooked up with, he'd lost his wife 6 weeks beforehand. And so we were just talking. We met for lunch. He happened to be in Houston. And after about the little niceties, I said, how's your brain fog? And he goes, what? I said, come on, you lost your wife 6 weeks ago. You can't concentrate. Your brain's not working. You don't know what's going on. The day goes by. He goes, oh my God. It was such a connection that I knew what he was going on. He didn't have to tell me. He was still working. He was trying to hide it. I have other guys I've talked to, and women, who get so wrapped up in regrets. I wish I'd done this. I wish I'd done that. And it's a bit of a longer story, but I found a way out of that. Ellen actually helped me out of that, inadvertently. She didn't know it. So to be able to help people get through that, to actually understand what they're doing, I found has been amazing. And I don't know what they're saying to others, but you know, I get people who appear to be really very, very grateful, because it's just different when you've taken the same steps they have. And I find that very rewarding. So I think I've worked now with CanCare and with others. I have a number of friends who figured out what I do, so I keep getting connected outside of CanCare. a few dozen people. So I've started to learn, those statistics when I was researching. I studied what happens to your brain, what happens to your body. So when people start complaining about things, I can say, yeah, here's what's going on. And it usually makes sense and it really helps them. So for me, it's been an amazing experience. It continues to be. And I will say in all the charities and nonprofits I've been involved in, I've never worked with one where the staff and the volunteers and board are all so committed. It's actually quite refreshing. So I encourage you to participate or reach out for help if you need it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. At this time, I want to invite us into a moment of reflection, of recognition, and of blessing. Cancer touches far too many lives, patients, survivors, caregivers, family members, friends, and communities. Some of those experiences are very recent, and some we carry with us across years and decades. So I invite you, as you feel comfortable, to stand if you fit into one of these categories. If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer in the past 5 years, I invite you to stand. If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer in the past 10 years, I invite you to stand. If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer in the past 15 years, I invite you to stand. If you or someone you love has been affected by cancer in the past 20 years or more, I invite you to stand. We stand together tonight as a community of strength, of memory, of healing, and of hope. We stand for those still in treatment, for those in remission, for those who are caring for loved ones, for those we have lost, and for all who continue to carry the weight of this journey. Now with love and compassion, I offer the words of Birkat Kohanim, the priestly blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai vayishmarecha. May God bless you and protect you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha vichuneka. May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasam lecha shalom. May God's face be lifted toward you, and may God grant you peace and comfort today and always. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated.
Thank you, Rabbi Mendelson, and again, thank you to Ken Care. It's an honor, Beatrice, to have you here and to hear your talk, Ken. We wish you only well. All of you are always welcome to be here, part of our family. To Michael, to all those who volunteer for Ken Care, we really get a lot from this partnership, and we encourage all those who maybe feel like they need it to go to Ken Care or to give back to those in need. Ken Care is certainly a very worthwhile and a very important organization here in Houston. So welcome again. It's an honor again to have you back tonight. Let us now continue in our service. As we rise, we open the ark for the Aleinu, page 56.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נוטה שמיים ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
You may be seated. This Shabbat here at Beth Yeshurun, we offer condolences to the families of Richard Lowe, Jules H. Rose, Alan Mattis, Joan Grenader, Buman Lee Ginsburg, Sarah Lazar, Miriam Lefkowitz, and Steve Lehrer. I invite all those in mourning or observing a yortzeit to please rise at this time for the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, page 58. Yit kadal v'yit kadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra kirute v'amlich malchute, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lamei alamaya. Yit barach v'yish tabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh v'yit hadar v'yit aleh v'yit halal shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabbah min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. You may be seated.
So make sure to get a copy of our Shabbat Bulletin. We've got a lot of great events coming up, and I just want to point out one event we have that we started several years ago. We always do in the middle of July. It's an opportunity for anyone who's turning 83 during this year to have a second B'nai Mitzvah, or for some of you, it may even be a first one. We've already had several people sign up. It could be really just as simple as coming up for an Aliyah. It's a chance when you're 83 years old. It's an old tradition. It's considered a new lease on life and an opportunity to show those who come after you, your children, perhaps your grandchildren, other people, that Judaism is a lifetime pursuit of learning. It's a lifetime opportunity to get involved. So if you're 83 or you know someone who's turning 83 during this calendar year, we'd love to have you. Just call Deborah Bowen, who's our B'nai Mitzvah coordinator in our office. Again, it's July 11th, that's Saturday morning. We'd love to have you participate in that service. We have one anniversary to celebrate this evening, celebrating double high, 36 years, Dora Lee and Israel Greenberg. So a lot of great celebrations, and you pointed out two of them. Just recently, your grandson, Aryeh, graduated with honors with a master's degree from Hofstra University, and you just got back last weekend from his wedding in Baltimore. So mazel tov on your first grandchild being married. In this past November, you celebrated your granddaughter Ari's bat mitzvah here in Houston. So I pray that you have many more simchas, many more celebrations with your family and with each other for many, many years to come as you celebrate 36 years of marriage. Mazel tov. And so with that, we're ready to bring our service to a close. We still have a few of our children here. We'd love for you to come up to our bima, and any of our pre-B'nai Mitzvah students as well, to help Kenner Goldman conclude our service with the Kiddush and Hamotzi. So all of our kids, all our B'nai Mitzvah students, come on up. We'd love to have, we need a little help. Come on up. And for our boys and girls that are coming up, we say to them, Yesimcha Elohim Ke'Ephraim Ve'Menashe. May God bless our boys like Ephraim and Menashe. And for our girls, we say Yesimech Elohim Kesara Rivka Rachel Leah. May God bless our daughters like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And may God bless all of our children always with peace. And let us say Amen. And now please rise for the Kiddush and Hamotzi.
Sabri.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvoto v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho b'yavo u'v'ratzono inchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikrei kodesh zecher letzion mitzrayim ki uvanu v'cholta v'otanu kidashta mikol yamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'achava u'v'ratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. L'chaim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Good Shabbat.